Okay, the heading was conservation of resources. Now start marking some conservation of resources. Let us not waste our time. Those are coming late will be continuing later on because the next class is going to start immediately and we have to take attendance also. Children, we are taking attendance also. So better be careful. Okay. Resources, first point in this is resources are vital for any development. Full stop. But irrational consumption and overutilization of resources. Irrational consumption and overutilization of resources may lead to socio-economic and environmental problems. Got it, everyone? Please keep on just raising your thumb up so that I will understand that it is there in your book because I am making your mark from a copy. Good. Okay. Socio-economic and environmental problems. Next point, therefore, conservation at various level. At various level is important. Full stop. This has been, same point, this has been the main concern of the leaders and thinkers. Of the leaders and thinkers, full stop, example. Gandhiji very aptly said, aptly means correctly, said, there is enough for everybody's need and not for anybody's greed. Within single quotation marks, full stop. Next line, this is not a point, it is in continuation explanation of this only. He placed the greedy and selfish individuals. He placed the greedy and selfish individuals or countries as the root cause for resource depletion at the global level. Full stop. He was against mass production. He was against mass production and wanted to replace it with production by the masses. Okay, that is no factory system, but more people should be producing, even if it is less article, more people should be involved in production. Rather than using machines, it should be human beings who should be employed. This was the meaning. Okay, those who have come late, please come to land resources, all of you, and start marking. Land resources. Those who have come late, please come to land resources. First point, land as a natural resource is of utmost importance. As it supports natural vegetation, wildlife, human life, economic activities, transport and communication. Is that clear? Thumbs up. Okay. Again. Now, those that come just now, please pay attention. We are marking land resources. First point, you mark it, okay? First point, you mark it, land as a natural resource is of utmost importance as it supports Natural vegetation, wildlife, human life, economic activities, transport and communication. Is that clear? Thumbs up. Second point. However, land is finite. However, land is finite, in bracket right limited. Therefore, it is important to use the available land for various purposes with careful thinking. Sorry, careful planning. With careful planning. Full stop. Next point, India has land under a variety of relief features. Example, for a dash, mountain, plateau, plains. Mountains, plateau, plains, full stop, A point. 43% for a dash, plains, used for agriculture and industry. This is your A point. B point, 30% for a dash, mountains. Ensure perennial flow of rivers, comma, provide facilities for tourism and ecological aspects. Next, 27% for a dash, plateau region. Again put a dash, possess rich reserve of mineral, fossil fuels and forest. Is that clear? When you take live classes, even if I have to tell you all something, I can tell you all. Those are seeing the recording. I don't know how much they are seeing and what are they doing. Anyways, next write heading land utilization and circle the word land utilization. Land resources are used for following purposes. For following purposes. Those that have come just now, Ananya and Vidansh, please come to land utilization. Land utilization. Ananya and Vidansh. Land resources are used for following purposes. First, forest. Second point, land not available for cultivation. Put a dash in this A point, barren and wasteland. B point, land put to non-agricultural uses, example buildings, roads, factories, full stop. Correct? Thumbs up. Okay. Okay. Next, other uncultivated land. Third category, other uncultivated land. Manan, Rimjim, Tanusha, Anubhuti, Suhani, everybody, I should be seeing your video. Otherwise, I will remove you all. We have been told the children should be putting on the videos. Every day, we are not going to tell you all. Okay. Next is other uncultivated land, A point. A point. Permanent pastures and grazing land. Permanent pastures and grazing land. B point, land under miscellaneous. Miscellaneous is given in your book only. Miscellaneous tree crops, put a dash, groves. Groves, groves. Next, culturable. Key point, culturable. Culturable wasteland. Culturable wasteland. Left in bracket right, left uncultivated for more than 5 years. Next, fallow land. Fourth point, fourth category of land is fallow land. A point, current fallow land. In bracket, not cultivated for 1 or less than 1 year. For 1 or less than 1 year. That is the current fallow land, which has been just now left like that only. Maybe after 6 months, they are going to start agriculture there. Next B point, other than current fallow. Other than current fallow, in bracket right, left uncultivated for the past 1 to 5 agricultural years. Agricultural years, that is land which can be utilized for doing cultivation, but it is not used. Next, most important part, net sown area. Put a dash, area sown more than once in an agricultural year. In an agricultural year, plus net sown area, plus net sown area. Area cultivated more than once in an agricultural year, plus net sown area, is known as gross cropped area. Please underline the word gross cropped area. As I told you all, that is land which is cultivated twice, and it is included twice. Okay, say for example, we are having much of land which is cultivated every year. So this is your net sown area. Okay, but maybe in this part must be cultivated not once but twice a year. So it will be added 2 times. This part might be cultivated not 2 times but 3 times. So this will be added 3 times. This will be added only 1 time. Is that clear? Thumbs up. Good. Next. Next heading, land use pattern in India. Land use, even if the heading is not there, please write it down. Land use pattern in India. First point, use of land is determined by physical factors. For a dash, topography, climate, soil, as well as human factors. Human factors, for a dash, population density, technological capability, culture and tradition. Next point, total geographical area of India. Is it given on the same this thing? Yes. वहीं दिया हुआ है कि ये what I'm talking? Okay. Total geographical area of India is 3.28 million square kilometer. Data is available. Data is available for 93%. 93% of the total area, as most of the northeast states and some areas of Jammu and Kashmir have not been surveyed. Clear? Okay, next, right over there, even if the heading is not given, right over there, land use, put 2 colons or a dash, write some facts. Some facts. Land use, 2 colons, some facts. First point, land under permanent pasture has decreased. Land under permanent pastures has decreased. Next point, pattern of net sown area. Pattern of net sown area varies greatly. Varies greatly. Greatly. Example. Same point. 80% in Punjab and Haryana. 80% in Punjab and Haryana, but less than 10% in Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Manipur, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Got it, everyone? Next point. Forest area in India. Forest area in India is lower than the desired, in bracket 33%. 33% of the geographical area. Geographical area. Next point. Next point. Fourth point now of this topic. Wasteland includes rocky, arid, and desert areas. Rocky, arid, and desert areas. Full stop. Next point, non-agricultural uses. Non-agricultural uses include settlements, roads, railways, industry. Settlements, roads, railways, industry. Last point, continuous use of land over a long period of time without taking appropriate measures to conserve and manage has resulted in land degradation. Done, children? Thumbs up. Correct. Now, right over there, if it is not given, land degradation and conservation measures. Land degradation and conservation measures. First point, 95% of our basic needs. मिल गया? सबको? Correct? Okay? Okay. 95% of our basic needs for food, shelter, and clothing are obtained from land. But human activities have brought not only degradation of land, but have also aggravated damage to land. Damage to land. Next, there only right causes, a sub part of this topic, right causes, and encircle it so that this can be your heading. Causes. In this, presently, there is 130 million hectares of degraded land in India. 130 million hectares of degraded land in India. Data might vary in some books. Okay, so no need to worry. Is that clear? Whichever book you are having, you mark that data. Full stop. Put A, B, C, D point or put an arrow and then write 28% forest degraded area. 28% dash forest degraded area. Second, 56% water eroded area. Water eroded area. Full stop. Next, again next line. Rest is affected by saline and alkaline deposit. Full stop. Some human activities such as deforestation, overgrazing, mining, quarrying, two have contributed significantly in land degradation. Example. This red meat is coming. You will not be included because you are not having any name. Okay. Example. Grinding of limestone for cement industry. For cement industry. And calcite and soapstone or ceramic industry for a dash generate huge quantity of dust in the atmosphere. Dust in the atmosphere. Full stop. Next point. Industrial effluents have become a major source. Industrial effluents, EFF, it's given. Effluents have become a major source of land and water pollution. These are all three, 4 points for your causes of land degradation. Now you'll come to conservation. Write the subheading over there, conservation, and then start marking. Conservation first, A point, afforestation. B point, proper management of grazing land. management of grazing land. C, planting of shelter beds. Planting of shelter beds. Next point, control on overgrazing. This is an important 5-mark question. Land degradation and conservation. Okay, control on overgrazing. Next, stabilization of sand dunes. Stabilization of sand dunes by growing thorny bushes. Thorny bushes. Next, proper management of wasteland, control of mining activities, proper discharge and disposal of industrial effluents after treatment can reduce land and water degradation. Can reduce land and water degradation. Full stop. Next we come to the next heading, that is soil as a resource. Soil as a resource. Okay, soil is the most important renewable natural resource. Most important renewable natural resource. You may put a dot and write on separate lines or make an arrow. Okay, no need to write in points, but just put one arrow and then you may write it down. Either you put a point like this or you put an arrow like this, so that the work is neat and you know how to write in points. Is that clear? Okay. Okay. Next, medium of plant growth and support different types of living organism on the earth. Full stop. Next line. Soil is a living system. It takes millions of years to form. Got it, or you have to write it down? Children, if it is not there, you may write it down. Okay? And if it is there, mark it. As such, everything is there in the book only. Okay. Next is relief, parent rock or bedrock, climate, vegetation and forms of life. Time, are important factors in the formation of soil. Next point, soil also consists of organic, in bracket write humus. Jim got it? Okay. Soil also consists of organic humus and inorganic material. Next point, forces of nature such as change in temperature, action of running water, wind, glacier, activities of decomposers, put a dash, all contribute in formation of soil. Full stop. Last point, on the basis of factors responsible for soil formation, color, thickness, texture, age, chemical and physical properties. Soil can be classified in different types. Okay, first heading, write alluvial soil and circle it alluvial soil. Just a minute. Sorry, children. Sorry. Pay attention. Right. First, come to classification of soil. Got it? Classification of soil, everybody? Classification of soil. India has various relief features, landforms, climatic reliefs, and vegetation type. Okay. Now the first heading, alluvial soil. Now for all the soil, we are going to take 3 headings. Please note over here on the board, I'm telling you all 3 headings. You are going to divide the soil in those 3 headings. The first is okay. First is your area. Okay. Second is your type, and third is your special feature. Clear, everyone? Thumbs up. First, alluvial soil area. Most widely spread in the entire northern plains. Have been deposited by 3 important Himalayan rivers: Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra. Full stop. Also found in the eastern coastal plains for a dash deltas of Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri. Clear? Right over there, type. Type consists of various proportion of sand, silt, and clay. Sand, silt, and clay. Full stop. Towards the river valleys, soil particles appear somewhat bigger in size. Full stop again. Near the break of the slope, soil are coarse called duars. The word is given over there. Duars. Within single quotation marks, you write it down. Duar, coarse, and tarai. THOS and tarai. Tarai in bracket you may write Haridwar. There the soil is called as tarai. Full stop. Next point of type only. According to their age, alluvial soil can be classified into put a dash, old alluvial, in bracket write Banjar, what we had done in class 9. Okay. New alluvial, in bracket write Khatar. Full stop. Another point of type only. Banjar soil has higher concentration of Kankar nodules. Full stop. Khatar has more fine particles and is more fertile than Banjar. More fertile than Banjar. We are going to stop over here, children. Okay. Okay. Tomorrow we are going to finish this chapter.